NKTelco Sports. We are here at Piqua High School where the HARDIN Northern Polar Bears take on the LEHMAN Catholic Cavaliers. Tonight's game is sponsored by Minster Bank, Schwedeman Pharmacy, Keyhole Pizza, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental Care, Hometown Opportunity, Francis Furniture, Wilson Health, Precision Strip, Winners Meat, NKTelco, NKT.TV, BowlerStore.com, CarriageWorks, Cy Schwederman, Fowler's TV, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, PSG Automotive Outfitters, and First National Bank. Think First. Good evening, everyone. I'm Dave Helmstetter, and alongside me, Jeff Henshin, for tonight's Northwest Central Conference battle between LEHMAN and HARDIN Northern. The Cavaliers on a little bit of a roll here after a slow start, led by their fine quarterback, Elliot Gilardi. HARDIN Northern, on the other hand, they've bounced back and they stand 2-3 overall. Let's take a look at our keys to the game here tonight, brought to you by Keystone Pizza.
Well, first for the HARDIN Northern Polar Bears, number one objective has got to be to control number 10. And number 10 is Elliot Gilardi, the gentleman you mentioned earlier, has run the ball already this year for nearly 400 yards, thrown for just under 900, so he's the key to the LEHMAN offense. Secondly, control the ball, time of possession. If HARDIN Northern can keep the ball on the field with some long, sustained drives, come away with some points, you limit the amount of touches the LEHMAN offense will get. That'll help the Polar Bears kind of control the pace, the tempo of the match, or of the game. For the LEHMAN Catholic Cavaliers, want to improve upon their defense. They gave up 44 points last week, pitched a shutout the week before, but never liked to give up 44 points as a team, and they did that last week. So they'll look to control that with some good team defense and also continue a balanced offensive attack. We mentioned the success that Gilardi's had. They've had a number of receivers, 3 already in double-digit receptions on the year, and they've also got another running back that's got about half as many touches as well. So a balanced attack will keep it very difficult for the Polar Bears to defend what has been a pretty good offense for the LEHMAN Catholic Cavaliers.
And our keys to the game tonight brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Glad to have them along as a sponsor, and Dalen Peace is just about to kick it off for HARDIN Northern. It's a short kick, and it's going to be fielded at the 35, and the Cavaliers will have the football at about the 38-yard line.
Well, you see the short kickoff there, and you wonder if that's, by design. Shorter kick means shorter distance your lineman or your unit has, if you will, to come down to defend. You kick it deep. You're kind of chasing wild animals a little bit, trying to tackle them down. Northern goes for the short kick, and good job by the Cavaliers, though, securing the ball, and it will get good starting field position.
They'll have it, 1st and 10, football resting at the 39-yard line. Gilardi will call the shots, and he'll go to the left side. He'll keep it across the 45 to about the 48-yard line. So Elliot Gilardi, who has a nice balance of passing yards and rushing yards this season for the Cavaliers. And it'll be a 2nd down, short yardage for LEHMAN. We'll call it 2 yards to go. Ball just shy of midfield here on a beautiful fall evening here in Piqua. Cavaliers in the blue and gold. Gilardi takes it. He'll fake the snap, looks downfield. He's under pressure. He'll roll out to the right side. He'll step out of bounds at about the HARDIN Northern 49-yard line. He'll have the 1st down, and the Cavaliers will move into HARDIN Northern territory.
Nice run by Gilardi. Polar Bears got some pressure, but Gilardi, good quickness, good awareness, able to sidestep a potential sack, and like you said, able to run a lot. Didn't get very far with being so deep in the pocket, but got the 1st down. A new set of downs now for the Cavaliers.
Gilardi was Player of the Year in Division 7 in the Southwest District. This time it's handed off and across the 45 as Andrew Barhorst carries the football.
Andrew Barhorst, 2nd on the team in rushing. He came in with 33 carries on the season, 139 yards, a 4.2 average. and has 1 rushing touchdown.
Snap back to Gilardi. He looks to his left side. He'll go long. Pass is just overthrown, intended for R.J. Bertini. He was open, but the pass was just a little bit long, and that'll stop the clock with 10:36 to go here in the opening quarter of football. Both teams, Jeff, they don't have large rosters, but Hardin Northern building a program or rebuilding their program under the direction of Mike Dennis.
And he's done so, and you know, a few years ago, well, more than that now, going back to the early 2000s, they, I believe, won a state title and then spent a year without varsity football, so they've trying to build it back and get it back to where it was. Good run here by the Cavaliers.
Yep, Gilardi will take it across the 30-yard line, and boy, his quickness, just an ability to move the football here in the early going, very much a dominating factor as the football will rest at the 28-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10.
A good drive so far for the Cavaliers. No real big plays. Remember, they got a good first down by Gilardi after being pressured in the backfield. So Polar Bears haven't given up the big play, but they haven't been able to really get any negative plays or stops.
Pass is caught there by Bradley Haynes, and Haynes will take it to near the 10-yard line.
He actually fumbled it. The ball got loose and went out of bounds. I believe they'll call it a catch.
And it'll go out of bounds, what, 9-yard line?
Down maybe on a 10, so an 18-yard gain. And the ball did get loose as he went down. Cavaliers are able to maintain possession.
Cavaliers on the move here in their first possession of the ball game. Andrew Barhorse stands next to Gilardi, who calls the signals and takes the snap. It's quarterback draw right up the middle. He's gonna find the end zone. Well-designed play as the Cavaliers celebrate in the end zone, and Gilardi just dropped back, did the draw, and LEHMAN with 10:07 to go has the lead 6-0.
Didn't take but nearly 2 minutes of game clock, Dave, and pretty efficient. And like I said, not many negative plays. An incomplete pass was about the only negative thing they did, and they're able to move down as number 10. Gilardi rushes in for what is now his 6th rushing touchdown on the season.
Extra point, Michael Denning. Kick is up, and it's good. And 10:07 to go, first quarter action. LEHMAN 7, Hardin Northern nothing. We'll return with more football here on NKTelco right after this.
NKTelco Sports. More than 140 local high school and college games. Football, basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, and soccer. Support your local team with NKTelco Sports and promote your business to 250,000 households in Northwest Ohio. Call 1-888-NKTelco and get in the game.
The Cavaliers will kick it off and teeing it up. The man who kicked the extra point, Michael Denning. We'd like to remind everybody that our replays tonight brought to you by Winners Meat. Quality meats for 90 years, bringing you tonight's replays. As we're at Piqua Stadium, LEHMAN and Hardin Northern in the Northwest Central Conference clash. As we said at the start of the game, a beautiful evening for football, and Denning will tee it up at the Cavalier 40 as LEHMAN, excellent scoring drive to start this one.
Mentioned here in Piqua at Alexander Stadium, the Cavaliers play usually a couple home games here and a couple at Sydney High School up the road, and then occasionally have also played one game at their home field over the years. Not every year, but they kind of split up a little bit and have multiple, if you will, home venues.
Nick Adams with the return for Hardin Northern, and the Polar Bears with the football for the first time, and they'll, looks like he may have stepped out at about the 33-yard line, so Hardin Northern will have it. 1st and 10, let's see where they put it down. Looks like it might be the 34, and Hardin Northern also has a fine young quarterback in Owen Wetherill. number 3, Wetherell and Gilardi, both of the two among the top quarterbacks in passing yards and rushing yards in the Northwest Central Conference.
Wetherell on the season, Dave, 62 completions and 110 attempts. He's thrown for 647 yards and also has completed
short pass, and it's going to get him back up to the 35-yard line.
9 passing touchdowns on the season.
Ball carrier is number 36, tackled by R.J. Bettini.
And Hardin Northern will move the football across the 35. I think that might be Franklin McCoy, but it might be a number change for us. He'll be out of the shotgun. Wetherell fakes the handoff. Another short pass intended for Nick Adams. It's incomplete, thrown behind him. And that'll make it 3rd down and 7.
Well, after a decent field position start, they got a decent return. Brings up a pretty critical down here now. They hate to go 3 and out and give the ball back to Lehman. Lehman very methodically, very effortlessly somewhat strolled the field in their first possession for a score. And we talked about keys of the game, keeping the ball out of the hands of the Lehman Catholic offense. And to do that, you need first downs.
There goes the pitch to the right side, and Adams across the 40 near that first down. It's going to be a matter of where he stepped out of bounds. He's close to the yardstick. Well, it's critical for Hardin Northern, as fast as Lehman scored to start the game, less than 2 minutes. They're going to have to control the football, and it's going to be 4th down and 1. And already the Polar Bears faced with a big situation here in the opening quarter of play. In fact, 9:12 to go here in the quarter.
I thought maybe he got the first down, but evidently stepped out before the chain on the far side of the field. And yes, nothing to lose, so to speak, here on their own territory, looking for a first down.
Let's see what happens here. Cavaliers anxious on the defense. Wetherell, he'll take a timeout. 9:12 to go, big play, so we'll take a timeout as well. Our score, Lehman 7, Hardin Northern nothing. We'll be back right after this.
Minster Dental Care continues to offer advanced dental technology in a state-of-the-art facility. Our professional team offers experience in general dentistry and orthodontics, including services such as CEREC and wireline orthodontics. Board-certified pediatric dentist Dr. Philip Slonkowski ensures our littlest patients have a positive, safe, and a comfortable experience. We are unconditionally committed to excellence in everything we do.
Hardin Northern takes the timeout. The Cavaliers showed a little different kind of front there, and Wetherell took the timeout a little bit, being cautious, goes over and talks to the coaching staff. Let's see what the Polar Bears do here.
Well, they lined up to go for it. I thought maybe Dave just tried to draw them off sides. They ran the play clock down to 3, called timeout, and they come right back, and they're going to go for it.
Wetherell will get it straight ahead. He'll get a few extra across midfield into Lehman territory. Looks like Bertini in with the stop.
Well, nice gamble. Turns out very well. They get it from the 42 to the Lehman 49. So a gamble, a gain of 9 yards, and a new set of downs. Time of possession. Clock keeps running. Polar Bears in Lehman Catholic territory.
Big play by Wetherell. And Hardin Northern will break the huddle. They'll have 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the short side. He's got 2 backs. It's going to go to Adams, who will power his way forward. Make that Hipsher, number 32, with the rush. And Brock gets the football to about the 45-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd down. We'll call it 7 yards for that first down.
Not a bad first down play. They rush right up the middle there, as you mentioned. And, you know, it's better than negative plays, and they get positive yards. Now, see if they go to the air. They do with a quick out.
Quick out, and catch made there by Jolliffe. And Jolliffe will step out of bounds. And He'll gain a couple more yards. Look like maybe a gain of 2 yards. Let's make it 3rd down and 5. Hunter Jolliffe, senior wide receiver, with the catch. He's number 1. He'll go to the short side. They've got 3 receivers to the left side.
You got to think 2-down territory. They went for it before on their own side of the field. And they're going to be close here.
Over the middle, and the pass is pass incomplete.
I don't think he caught it. Or was he down?
They're going to call him down.
Oh, he did. Was it complete? Incomplete.
Incomplete. The one official here to our side rules it incomplete. So it's going to be 4th down at about 5.
So take another look at here. Would have been very close to the 1st down, and I think this is the action right here. You'll watch it right coming across the middle. And yeah, I'd say he just didn't have it long enough. As contacted, good camera work, and good call. 4th down.
All sorts of shifting in the backfield, and say we've got another timeout for Hardin Northern. We'll take a break. 7:55 to go. Opening quarter. Lehman 7, Hardin Northern nothing. We'll be back right after this.
The big game is right around the corner. Are you ready for it? Come into Francis Furniture and find the right fit for you and your friends in our Lazy Boy Comfort Studio. With Lazy Boy Premier sofa and sectionals, you can custom order a look that's just your style. Choose from hundreds of decorator fabrics or choose genuine leather for its luxurious feel and durability. Come into Francis Furniture today, the area's only Lazy Boy Comfort Studio.
Hardin Northern takes a timeout for the 2nd time on a 4th down as they're faced with yet another big play. This one a little bit more yards. They got to get 5 yards for that 1st down.
A little bit more yards, but also in better territory if you don't get it, if that means anything. The last time, Dave, they called timeout, they got it on 4th down. We'll see once if that works out well for them again. And
going to run the pitch to the right side. McCoy, he's going to be short of that 1st down. Good defense.
He didn't get much. They pitched it backwards, so he had to get all that yards plus the 4 that he needed, and I don't think he really got any. So good job defensively by the Lehman Catholic defense. Gave up 1 or 2 first downs that drive, but when given another chance here, they made the play.
I think maybe the Hardin Northern Polar Bears were thinking that the Cavaliers would look for that same type of play up the middle, and they'd be able to break it with the pitch to the right side, but it's just far too slow in developing, and the Cavalier defense responds. So let's see what they do in offense. Gilardi over the middle. Pass is almost intercepted, and it goes out of the hands of number 25, O'Leary.
Gilardi, we mentioned, briefly touched on his numbers. He's 70. I should say, I don't remember if I went over his numbers or not, but we'll go over them now. Gilardi, the senior, Dave mentioned, 70 of 113 attempts this season for 850 yards. That's a 62% completion rate. He's thrown for 9 touchdowns and has also had 4 intercepted.
Haynes with the catch. He'll go across midfield and a little bit short of that 1st down, but Haynes with his, I believe, his 2nd catch of the night.
Nice pass and catch. Brings up a 3rd and short, but anytime it's 3rd and short, you like your odds.
2 backs alongside Gilardi. Let's see what they do. Gilardi will hand it off, and they have the 1st down as Bertini is going to break it to the 25, and he's brought down there by Owen Wetherill from his defensive back position. 1st down, and again, the Cavaliers are on the move.
A nice run up the middle. This time, Bertini with his 1st carry. Nice pickup of nearly 25, give him 24 yards on the carry.
1st and 10, football resting at the Hardin Northern 25. Gilardi. He'll fake the backfield, going for the end zone. And he just overthrows Bertini.
Pass from LA Gilardi to
Pretty good throw. Gilardi threw it where only really Bertini had a chance to get it. Bertini had a step and just not enough room to haul it in, I should say. Just a little bit overthrown, but pretty decent protection. Again, Gilardi, very active. He's a tough, he's not a stationary quarterback. You've seen by his running numbers as well. He's tough to get back there, and sometimes when you pressure him and the field spreads, that gives him a more running room and tougher to tackle.
Sees the field quite well, and there's the pass just off target to Brendan O'Leary. Pass is incomplete.
Well, so far, Gilardi just 1 of 5 through the air, so not on pace or on rhythm yet in a passing game, but they've done a lot of damage on the ground, and they're what is now their second possession.
Yeah, just missed on several of those passes of big gainers. In motion, Bertini, he'll go left side, and with the football goes Gilardi, and he'll keep it and pick up about 8 yards. Gilardi just has that presence on the field, and excellent runner, strong arm.
Yeah, and strong ball carrier there. I mean, he drug a couple of tacklers with him. He had momentum, and it wasn't like an arm tackle able to bring him down. He was probably contacted maybe 5 yards past the line of scrimmage, and then he kind of carried the pile 4 yards further to bring up a much shorter now 4th down, in this case 4th down and 1.
Here's a big play for the Cavaliers offense or the Hardin Northern defense. He'll take it from underneath the center, handoff to the fullback, and he's going to head for the end zone. Touchdown
70.
number 70, that's Logan Bunker. 6'1", 215-pound senior gets the call from that fullback position. First time the Cavaliers took the ball underneath the center, and in the end zone goes Bunker. Take a look at Bunker's touchdown run.
Nice job by the big fella, and it's odd seeing a number 70 carrying the ball. And boy, named Bunker, I'm almost thinking last year that he was a receiver.
Well, that was I think he had a brother.
There we go. Thank you, Dave.
Denning with the extra point. Cavaliers up by a couple of scores. Lehman 14, Hardin Northern nothing. We'll return right after this.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Michael Denning will kick it off. 6'1", 180-pound senior. Denning handles the football at the 40, and Lehman 2 convincing drives here. And
well, they've been very efficient on offense. Not so good, if you will, through the air and passing, just 1 of 5. And that one completion was good for 18 yards, but other than that, it's been ground and pound for the Cavaliers. And the last score, a 16-yard run, as you mentioned, by Logan Bunker. And a quick check here.
Good way to put it, ground and pound.
Now my stats here, it looks like that might be just his second carry, but also his second touchdown. Almost Jerome Bettis-like numbers. But that time, Bunker, his second carry of the season, his second touchdown.
Denning will put it in the end zone. And Hardin Northern will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Hardin Northern 2-3 overall on the season. They defeated Riverside 34-33 in conference play, and then they lost their opener to Perry 75-13. Opening game of the season, they defeated Arcadia 35-14, and then lost to Riverdale 45-19 and by 2 points to Danbury 28-26. Let's see what Wetherell can do. Cavaliers on the blitz. Nice catch up the middle by Dalen Peace. And Peace brings the ball down at the 30. And that's going to be a first down.
He got it right out at the 30, nose of the ball, touching it. And that's all that he needed. And Wetherall nearly sacked in the backfield. And it was a great pass and a nice catch. Falls down and gets just the nose of the ball to touch the stripe, so a first down.
Andrew Barhorse, number 12, was coming with the blitz. Pass to Peace again is just off his hands. It'll be incomplete. That stops the clock at 5:20 to go. Lehman with a 14-0 lead.
Dalen Pease on the season, their leading receiver. He comes into the ball game with 25 catches for 265 yards. That's a 10.6 average. And he has already hauled in 5 of the 9 touchdown passes through the air for the Polar Bears. So Pease, we saw him make the first down catch. A very integral part of the receiving process for the Polar Bears.
3 receivers to the right side. In motion and back to the backfield is Wilmoth. Motion goes to the left side of McCoy, but Wetherell will keep it, but he'll go nowhere. Number 52, was it? Ethan Kanapke with a stop.
There you see a good line pursuit by the defensive line of Lehman, and Kanapke, I believe he said in there to make the contact and contain. He didn't let Wetherall get out, and it was actually a loss of 1.
Nice play by Kanapke. That puts Hardin Northern in a 3rd down and 11 situation. Football at their Polar Bear 29-yard line. Wetherall straight back. Here comes the pressure. Number 53, Mitchell Salmon, came in from that outside linebacker's position and really was untouched. Take a look at that one again. Not much Wetherall could do but eat the football, and it's going to sit at the 16-yard line.
Loss of 13 on the sack, and luckily Wetherall able to hold on to the football, because that would have been a disaster fumbling it deep in their own territory.
Yeah, Salmon had an open lane and he took advantage of it. Boy, the Cavaliers defense, we talked about that a little bit in the pregame as well, and they're playing quite well here in the first quarter of action.
They've been very solid. They'll force the punt here.
Peace will stand back at about the 3-yard line. He'll get the kick away. Nice high kick. It's going to be fielded right at midfield, and that's Bunker with it. Don't see too many number 70s catching it at midfield and returning it. Nice return, too.
Yeah, we saw him run for a 10-yard touchdown. He said he caught it on the 50, so he got a nice 15-yard return on that punt. That gives his teammates a great field position start, and they've already scored on their first 2 possessions.
They just, whole thing with Hardin Northern, to counter this, they've got to move the football a little bit. Really outside of maybe one drive, they haven't really been able to do that whatsoever, because Gilardi, he's quite explosive as the quarterback and leading the blue and gold of the Cavaliers. Handoff this time goes to Barhorst. He'll get maybe, if he's lucky, back to the line of scrimmage.
And maybe even a loss of a yard.
It's like a loss of a yard. Call it 2nd down and 11. Gilardi will take the snap. He's at the 44, going long for the end zone. There, he got him. Touchdown. I think that's Bertini. Likes to go to Bertini, and he caught it that time as the Gilardi-Bertini combination. Very accurate that time. Take a look at this replay again. There you see Gilardi, and oh, great replay here. Look at that.
Nicely thrown ball. Pretty,
Boy, I tell you, the
defender
defense wasn't
step
bad
for
at
step.
all.
Yeah, right there was Bertini. He catches his 3rd touchdown of the season. And for Gilardi, now his 10th touchdown pass of the season. Again, Bertini now came in with 11 catches, 100 yards. Now scores his 3rd touchdown.
Denning with the kick. It looks good. Lehman now with a 3-touchdown lead. Our score from Alexander Stadium in Piqua. Lehman Catholic 21, Hardin Northern nothing. We'll be back right after this.
Our 1,500 square foot showroom and pro shop at bowlerstore.com is stocked with bowling balls, bags, shoes, accessories, and apparel. The pro shop is equipped with 2 drill presses, measuring devices, and bowling ball maintenance machines to keep your ball rolling great. We offer private lessons for individuals and groups. Moxie's Extra Pair inside bowlerstore.com is also available to rent for private events. Be sure to check out bowlerstore.com or visit our pro shop in Versailles, Ohio for all your bowling product needs.
Physical therapists and energy services.
Denning will tee it up once the official gives him the football. 2:51 to go here in the opening quarter, and it's all Lehman.
It's Ben Lehman, as you mentioned. They've now scored 3 touchdowns on 3 possessions. The first 2 touchdowns basically all on the ground. This one a short 2-play drive that, after a 1-yard rushing loss, set up the Gilardi to Bertini 35-yard beautiful pass as he dropped it in over the would-be defender, and that puts us where we're at now, 21-0 in favor of the Cavaliers.
Yeah, the Hardin Northern defender maybe a half step off of it, but Bertini with a nice catch, and of course Gilardi with a very accurate throw, and the 3rd touchdown of the night for Lehman. Denning will boot it away. And it's going to go into the end zone also.
Nice strong leg. Anytime you can, keep the receiving team from returning it, puts it right at the 20. That's a long field. And, in the pros they kick it in the end zone. You get it from the 25. Here, it's not as rare. It's more rare that a high school kicker can get it in the end zone. And then when they do, you push them back to the 20. So a long way to go for the Polar Bears, and didn't do a whole lot on their last drive. And again, they're going to be asked for that offense to try to put something together and consume some clock here, still with just under 3 minutes to go.
Wetherell toss for Jolliffe is off target.
Pass from Wetherell to Hunter Jolliffe falls incomplete.
Wetherell now 3 of 7 through the air for 14 yards.
Have a wide variety of pass plays and formations as they try to use, and Wetherell's only, a sophomore? Yeah, sophomore, so he's a big, strong kid in the quarterback's position, trying to build this offense around his talents, and he'll keep the football across the 20, and he'll move it up 3-4 yards. Looks like they'll spot it at the 24. So that's a 4-yard gain for the sophomore. 3rd down and 6.
Wetherell in the season, 73 carries. He's the leading ground carrier. 73 carries, just under 600 yards rushing. So that's an average of 8.1 per carry. He has scored 7 rushing touchdowns.
Cavaliers with that 3-man front. Wetherell rolling to the right side, crossfield, intended for Peace, near the first down, but it's incomplete. That's a tough play for a young quarterback to make, throwing it back across his body.
And he was running to his right. His receiver was running, across the field towards us. A diagonal pass, it's a tough call, and he nearly made the completion. Got it, but couldn't come up with the catch. And boy, that was a quick 3 and out. So that will force them for their second punt. The first possession ended on a turnover on downs, and past 2 have been punts.
Dalen Peace, a junior, will stand at the Hardin Northern 12-yard line to kick it away. Line drive kick and fielded at the 43 as Bunker will get it to about the Hardin Northern 39-yard line as he goes out of bounds in front of the Polar Bear bench.
Another good return by Bunker. He's had 2 nice punt returns for the Cavaliers, able to, you know, in type of field like with this prescription turf, if that end-over-end line drive kick isn't fielded, it could easily bounce and really change the field position. With Bunker catching it and returning it, not only just catching but getting some positive yards towards Hardin Northern's end line, really probably saves 30 yards in field play. So good start here for the Cavaliers on the 39.
Gilardi will keep it after the fake to Barhorst, and he's going to race upfield and going to be maybe just short of that first down, but a nice gain, maybe a 9-yard pickup. We'll see how they mark it officially, but
gave him
looks
8
like it'll be
yards.
Second down and 2, so it's an 8-yard gain. Gilardi just so quick. Or rather, I should say he's well, he is very quick, but he's also very much quicker than the Polar Bear defense. Here comes the blitz. They're sending, here comes Peace, and the pass will be off target as Gilardi under pressure from Peace, who came on the blitz and hurried Gilardi's throw, and it stops the clock at 1:57 to go here in the first quarter. Third down and 2. Take a look at that again on the replay.
You mentioned the pressure, the blitz from the blind side is nearly just about a half a second late was the attack there from Dylan Pease. It does force the incomplete pass.
Here it comes again, too, and Peace, he'll be sacked.
Well, he missed the last time, comes up big this time, and negative yards and brings up a 4th down.
And for the first time, Hardin Northern may have stopped the Cavaliers as Denning will come in to punt the football. He'll stand at midfield. Let's see what the Cavaliers do. He is way back there.
They fake it.
And he's not going to get it. Nice defensive play inside by number 54. That's Tyler Shepard, sophomore defensive lineman for the Polar Bears.
Lehman Catholic tried to catch him sleeping a little bit, fake the punt, the direct snap. Went to number 12, Barhorse. He was able to get 2, but not near enough for the first down. And I was kind of surprised why they would punt it. But
Denning, he was dropped back. It looked like 3 or 4 extra yards there than what he would normally stand. So let's see what Hardin Northern can do. Wetherill goes to the outside. He's across the 40, and he'll slide to the 38, 39-yard line.
Pretty good run around the right side, and kind of gives himself up after a 7-yard run. But a good first down carry for the sophomore quarterback.
Second down and 3 yards to go for the first down for Hardin Northern. Cavaliers look to the sidelines and their defensive coach who has the signals. They have 4 on the line this time with 4 linebackers in motion. Weatherill's going to keep it, just go straight ahead, and he'll get a first down.
Needed 3, got just about 3 there. Maybe going to mark him just a little short, but maybe right at the marker. And
somebody would like to measure it, Jeff, so that's what we're going to do.
Okay.
Maybe, maybe not. We're going to talk about it. It's close. Are they going to say it's just short? 8 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Take an official's timeout.
I'd say it's short.
And we're going to measure it. Let's take this moment to thank our sponsors for tonight's game. Wilson Health, Caring Without Limits, Precision Strip, NKT TV, BowlerStore.com. Find the pocket without emptying yours. Carriage Works, specializing in collision repair in St. Henry. Cy Schwieterman. Fowler's TV, we service what we sell. Kogi Plumbing and Heating, a name you know, a name you trust. PSG Automotive Outfitters. Minster Bank, financial solutions for a lifetime. Schwieterman Pharmacy, pharmacies located in Salina, Coldwater, Minster, New Bremen, St. Mary's, and Wapakoneta. New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental Care, and Francis Furniture bring you tonight's game between Lehman Catholic and Hardin Northern. Also like to thank our replay sponsor, Winners Meats, quality meats for 90 years.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter here, folks.
That's going to wrap up the first quarter of play. Our score, Lehman 21, Hardin Northern nothing. We'll be back right after this.
Carriage Works has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. Carriage Works thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. Carriage Works now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. Carriage Works has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for Carriage Works. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwieterman Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
Hardin Northern looking at a 3rd down and 1 as we start the second quarter of play. First quarter totally dominated by Lehman. They scored 3 times and enjoy a 21-0 lead as we start the second quarter of football.
Offensively, Dave, the Lehman Cavaliers did what they wanted, most of it on the ground. Last drive that they scored was through the air and a 35-yard passing touchdown. The defense has been very good. Have really, after that first series, have really basically forced 3 and outs the last 2 possessions, and they're going to be called upon here on a 3rd and short.
Witherell will have the first down and more across the 40 into Lehman territory as he races along the sidelines.
Nice run by Wetherall.
Wetherall is a nice player, only a sophomore.
34-yard run.
Take a look at that play one more time.
Just really untouched, and then a foot race, he's able to turn a corner.
Big gain for the Polar Bears as they really mount their first threat of the night. Football to 26. Hipsher in the backfield with Wetherall. 2 receivers to the short side. He'll go to the long side, and Peace unable to hang on to it. That'll be incomplete.
Peace, their leading receiver, I think really just looked upfield too soon. He had a nice rhythm, momentum, passes out in front of him. I'm sure he wishes he could have that one back and just did not look it in all the way. Unfortunately, it drops, and now 3 for 9 is Wetherall passing, and that one really no fault of him. It was more on Pease, who again is their leading receiver on the season. Came in with the 25 catches and the 5 receiving touchdowns.
Wetherall do a draw. Wetherall with the draw. And really the Cavaliers did a pretty good job of reading that. I thought that was going to be a nice game by Wetherall, but it's going to make it 3rd down.
He exploded through the line of scrimmage, but as soon as he got by there, he was hit pretty hard, pretty solid takedown. Results in a 3-yard, maybe a 2 or 3 yard gain. But yeah, it looked like when he started off like he had an opening and it closed quickly. And Cavaliers able to limit that to minimal damage.
Polar Bears had everybody out as far as the receivers, 3 to the right side, 2 to the short side. Hipsher will be in the backfield this time with Weatherall. He'll look to his right side. He's looking for Jolliffe. It's going to be almost intercepted. Incomplete as the pass was intended for McCoy at the 10.
Falls incomplete.
Hard Northern spreading the field, forcing Lehman to defend it all and try to get maybe more one-on-one matchups. And this one just over the head and luckily just out of the reach of Lehman Catholic defenders.
That was close.
Yeah, it was. It was a little high, obviously, for his receiver, and brings up a 4th down. Obviously, they will go for it here, 4th and 8 from 24. And
had the pass been on target, that would have been a very well executed play. But just a little bit off target, and Hard Northern's now looking at a 4th down. Weatherall's going to look, and incomplete, the football at the 15-yard line.
That'll be a turnover on downs again. So after a good run by a 34-yarder by Weatherall, they're not able to cash in, and that drive will stall. The good thing, if anything, at least the Polar Bears give the ball back to the Cavaliers deep inside their own territory at the 24. Unlike the past few possessions where the Cavaliers had a very short field.
Let's see what Lehman does. They have 2 in the backfield. It'll go to Barhorst right up front. Boy, he's got running room across midfield. Jolliffe is going to have to get him or it's going to be a score. And Barhorst will race it all the way up to the 23-yard line. Great run by Andrew Barhorst with 10:24 to go as you see the hole in his speed.
But there is a penalty marker on the play as you do see the run there by Barhorst and a lot of players coming back to our right. So that penalty appears that's going to wipe out a big play.
That was a fine run by Barhorst. He just exploded right up the middle. It's going to be a hold against the Cavaliers. Tough break for Barhorst and the Cavaliers as that big run wiped away.
That would have, obviously you could have had it down on the 23-yard line of Hard Northern. Instead, it's going to be marched all the way back to the inside to 10, maybe called the 9-yard line. So that penalty must have happened right at the line of scrimmage, a hold, because, I'm sorry, just behind the line of scrimmage is a 10-yard penalty for holding. So it's from the spot of the foul, puts it back on the 9-yard line.
Gilardi thought about airing it out.
I think he's going to run. He could run forever.
Yeah,
of course, he could throw it to Bertini.
He likes to throw it to R.J. Bertini, and he makes the catch right in front of the first down marker.
Short of a first down, but boy, a big chunky yards gained back after the penalty. 24 yards.
Tell you, Gilardi just threw that ball right on the, that was a strike. 3rd down and short, we'll call it, or 2nd down, and we'll call it 2. Gilardi, clock is at 12 seconds. He's going to keep it. It's going to be a little bit short of the original line of scrimmage, or the line of scrimmage.
Tackled by a host of Polar Bears.
He may have lost a yard or so this time. Called 3rd down and 2, 9:40 to go. First half of football. Gilardi in the backfield with Barhorst. Here comes the blitz.
Offsides.
It's going to be offsides as Peace was trying to time his blitz with the snap, and he took the extra step, and that's going to be a first down for the Cavaliers via a penalty.
Well, Lehman had a 3rd and short. You would have thought if they wouldn't have got it, they would have been forced to punt. And they won't have to worry about it because the penalty, tough break there for the Polar Bears. You would have rather gambled to see if you can get them to stop. Instead, you give them an automatic first down.
Gilardi, he'll roll to his left. He'll take off across the 40 and the 45 near midfield, and he'll move it into Hardin Northern territory. And another first down for Lehman as they start to move the football one more time.
20-yard run, and see Gilardi there looking downfield. Good coverage downfield, and then just let his athleticism, his speed, gain 20 yards on that rush. And again, into quickly now after kind of a awkward few plays there. The big play called back for penalty, and then even some lost plays there on rushing attempts. Lehman able to get a first down inside now Polar Bear territory.
Gilardi, he'll take it on the option. He'll read it and take it to the 41 of Hardin Northern. Gain of about 6 yards for Gilardi.
Cavaliers scored on their first 3 possessions. Turned it over on downs the last possession. And now this one started back on their own 24, so one of their longer fields to go.
It was a pitch to Bertini, not a very well executed play on the part of the Cavaliers. And they'll pick up a couple. Bertini was the deep back. Barhorse went up the middle on the fake, and Gilardi went and pitched it to Bertini, but not much of a game.
Kind of was pressured. I won't say panic, but tried to get out before he was tackled and
almost lost the football as they're grabbing for it as Zach Warmbrod, junior linebacker for Hardin Northern. I think he leads them in tackles, was all over it. Gilardi straight back. Pass is completed at the 31 as John Cianciola with his first catch of the night.
Nice yardage there. First down, and watch it here again. Good protection, good hands. And then doing a little bit afterwards. Nice spin move here, gains him a couple more.
Nick Adams with the tackle for Hardin Northern. 1st and 10, Cavaliers. Pass is completed inside the 10, and Bertini having a great game here tonight. Moves it to about the deep into Hardin Northern territory. There you see his nice run and move and good quickness by Bertini. Football at the 7-yard line, so it's 1st and goal for Lehman.
Good drive through the air for Gilardi. I have him down as 3 for 3 just in this drive alone, so he's done very well through the air, hitting his receivers.
Barhorse straight ahead. Still on his feet.
Well, I thought he had him stop for nothing. He's going to get down to the 1.
Extra effort. It results in a 6-yard pickup. It's Drew Barhorst. Football resting at the 1-yard line. Knocking on the door with 6:43 to go here in the half. Gilardi calls the signals. And Barhorse finds the end zone.
And Barhorse took it from the 7, got down to the 1. They give it right back to him. Barhorse scores the 4th touchdown.
Can see Barhorse take the handoff from Gilardi. And it's 27-0 as Denning will come on to add the extra point. He's a perfect 3 for 3 here this evening. And the dependable Denning kicks it through. Our score, Sidney Lehman 28, Hardin Northern nothing. We'll be back right after this.
Take your game day party to the next level with a new TV and Sonos sound system from Fowler's TV in St. Mary's. A Sonos sound system takes all the action into every room of your home and outdoors. Break your home into zones and control the content and level right from your phone or tablet, enabling you to enjoy the game or not with the touch of a finger. Add a security camera system connected to your TV from Fowler's, and never leave another friend stuck outside in the cold. Fowler's TV, taking game day to the next level.
28-0, Lehman over Hardin Northern. Like to remind everybody that at halftime, Hometown Opportunity, the sponsor, and we're featuring hometown business, and tonight's feature spotlight is on Ferguson Construction. So make sure you watch. Ferguson Construction will be the feature here at halftime on Hometown Business, brought to you by Hometown Opportunity. Denning will kick it off again, and Hardin Northern faced another score, and with the 35-point difference, of course that doesn't take effect until the second half, but Cavaliers on the verge,
right?
Was it 30?
30.
Oh, it's not 35. Yeah. Well, we're close.
We are
either
close.
way.
Yes, but you're right. It doesn't take effect until the second
half. Yeah. Long kick this time. Hardin Northern's going to field. They're going to do a reverse. Still on their feet.
Pretty good job, Cavaliers. For the most part, stayed in their lanes, didn't fall for the gimmick, and important. A good run by the Polar Bears turns out to be pretty nice.
Get up to about the 31-yard line, so the reverse gets them a few extra yards and a little bit better field position.
Take a look here. You see the handoff, and this is the end of the run, and just what it should have been stopped further back. Again, good strength there, and
Nick Adams with the carry, just pushing forward.
Student body right.
Yep. Owen Weatherall, the sophomore, will hand it off. It'll go to the left side. That's Cody Wilmoth. Wilmoth will pick up, looks like 5 yards. Second down and 5.
Watermuth, 24 carries coming into the game. Not a lot of yards. Does have a touchdown.
First time we've seen him in the backfield, well, with a carry, I believe, tonight at least.
Last touchdown for the Cavaliers, Drew Barhorst. That 1-yard rushing touchdown. His second rushing touchdown of the season.
Wilmoth will get the football, and he's going to slip, and not sure if there's much of a gain that time as he tried to turn the corner. And they keep it at 3rd down and 5.
After a good first down carry, you know, you like your chances at 2nd and 5, but the slip really give it back. So 3rd and somewhat long, and again, an offense tonight that struggled, and the Cavaliers defense has been playing pretty good. It's important now you find something, you can get something to move the chains. And
short pass.
Is that Pease or not?
That was McCoy, I believe, 36. He'll get it to the 40, so he's close to that first down.
They needed 5, I think.
Our Northern's just been about a step short on several series here. When they could use a 4th down, they're going to go for it here, of course. 4:10, and the clock is counting on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. 28-0. Lehman with the big lead in this one. Weatherall stands at the 35. Wilmoth, he'll have the first down and more as he's
Cody Wilmoth on the carry.
brought down by Bertini. And
didn't need a whole bunch, Dave, and he got what he needed plus a yard. So good job by the Polar Bears and able to muscle through and get a new set of downs, and obviously trying to get down the field here and score. They had a big run in their last possession by Wildermill, or the quarterback, down inside Lehman territory to the 26, but after that big run, they came away with really nothing else and turned it over and down. So they're looking to try to get back in and get some offensive momentum.
Weatherall will keep it on the option. Nice run by the sophomore into Lehman territory to the 42-yard line.
On the carry, tackled by Landon McIver.
Inside of Lehman territory, you mentioned nice run. I think it was about 14 yards,
but a penalty.
And that will obviously wipe out the good run. And tough break for the Polar Bears. You know, they don't probably like these where you've got two lines to go, the first start of the 10-yard mark and then the second one. So tough break there on a penalty.
Weatherall ran all the way over to the sideline to get the play from the offensive coordinator.
Well, I went from the 42-yard line where it was originally snapped. Remember, he ended up in Lehman Catholic territory, but the ball was snapped on the 42. Now it's all the way back to the 30. So a big penalty.
Huge penalty.
Much like Lehman Catholic had on their big last possession, but they were able to overcome it and score ultimately, or eventually.
Weatherall flag on the play, and it might be a pass interference against Lehman. We'll have to see. Pass was intended for Jolliffe. It was a little bit wobbly and a little bit short. We'll see what the call is, but I think it may go against the Cavaliers and maybe pass interference. Holding.
That'd be an automatic first down. It was first down and forever, 23. We'll see once here what that penalty, a 5-yard.
They'll walk it off.
Well, they snapped it from the 30 and they put it on the 40.
So they're going to place it at the 40.
Now is it first down and 10?
Well,
nope, first down and 12 yet.
First down and
13,
14 yards. It's kind of weird how
I'm
that's
not real
marked.
sure, yeah. Well,
Jolliffe will go in motion. Weatherall will come the other way, but it's not going to work because number 52, Ethan Kanapke, playing some pretty good defense here tonight, comes up again with a big play.
Nice tackle for loss for Kanapke. You mentioned good pursuit and good arm, good wrap and tackle. Didn't try to make a, say the big super hit where you just try to hit him and you don't knock him down. He was able to wrap and drop and loss of a yard.
So we got an official's timeout. And we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors tonight: Wilson Health, Caring Without Limits, Precision Strip, NKT.TV, BowlerStore.com, Find the Pocket without emptying yours, Carriage Works, specializing in collision repair in St. Henry, Cy Schwederman, Fowler's TV, we service what we sell, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, a name you know, a name you trust, PSG Automotive Outfitters, Minster Bank, financial solutions for a lifetime, Schwederman Pharmacy, pharmacies located in Salina, Coldwater, Minster, New Bremen, St. Mary's, and Wapakoneta, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental Care, and Francis Furniture, all bringing you tonight's game. And the big play that you see there that goes to number Hardin Northern, pass to Dalen Peace, complete. Hardin Northern on the move as they'll get the football to the Lehman Cavalier 40. Also like to thank our replay sponsor, Winners Meats, quality meats for 90 years.
21-yard gain. Nice pass and catch. Pease that time able to look it in and secure it and get some nice running yards afterwards for a first down.
Wilmuth will handle the football and pick up 4 yards. And also, don't forget, here at halftime, Hometown Opportunity featuring Hometown Business Spotlight. This week's feature is Ferguson Construction, Hometown Opportunity, connecting local companies with local talent. 2nd down and 5, 1:27 to go here in the half. Wetherill looks downfield. He's being chased. Pass incomplete, intended for McCoy, and thrown just a little bit behind him.
Frankie McCoy goes incomplete.
And the football will stay at the 36-yard line.
You can see there, likewise, he has pretty good foot speed. He was being pursued by most of the defensive line, and he was able to scamper and actually make a pretty good pass. You know, got it away, just maybe a half a yard or so behind the intended receiver, hit him in the hands. You know, probably 5 out of 10 times he catches it. Would have been a nice first down catch. But he was able to avoid the sack and outrun and try to make a play for his team.
1:15 to go. 3rd down here for Hardin Northern. Here comes a double reverse. They're going to throw it for Jolliffe. It's going to be off target and intercepted. And on the return come the Cavaliers. And that's number 2, Landon McIver. Take a look at this razzle-dazzle play, trying to catch the Cavaliers off guard, but the pass is off target, and they had the intended receiver double-teamed, as you see McIver with the return on our replay.
Trying to get the Lehman defense off stride or out of rhythm and trick play, whatever you want to call it, and just not working. Good job by the Lehman defense. There's an offside penalty, so Lehman probably is going to be a false start, so that's what caused the movement. So they'll go back, but 60 seconds to go, long field to go, 3 timeouts left for the Cavaliers. We've seen them take some drives, Dave, where it took time off the clock, and we've seen them score pretty quick too. So nothing out of reach yet here for the Cavaliers to
That's
end the
right,
half.
Gilardi. He can certainly throw the football, and you need to go 78 yards for a score. He's certainly capable of performing the magic, so to speak. Gilardi straight back, pressure's on him. He's going to try and run out of it, but he's going to be brought down. Number 73, Seth Parsons, and number 75, Jaden Drakeford, in on the stop.
Quickly they get back to work. We have to get everyone back on the line of scrimmage. They do. Clock continues to run.
Gilardi straight back, over the middle, caught at about the 48-yard line is number 25, Brendan O'Leary, with the catch for the Cavaliers, and they'll take a timeout with 26 seconds to go here in the half. We'll keep it right here. We also would like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school football on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. Tonight's game at 11 p.m. and Tuesday, October the 2nd at 7 p.m. You can also watch the games on WOSN and on demand on the NKTelco Sports Facebook page and at nktelco.net. Our other sponsors for tonight's game: Wilson Health, Caring Without Limits, Precision Strip, NKT.TV, BowlerStore.com, Find the Pocket Without Emptying Yours, Carriage Works, specializing in collision repair in St. Henry, Cy Schwieterman, Fowler's TV, We Service What We Sell, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, a name you know, a name you trust, PSG Automotive Outfitters, Minster Bank Financial Solutions for a lifetime, Schwieterman Pharmacy, your Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental Care, and Francis Furniture bring you tonight's game. The Cavaliers will try a little double reverse as with the football goes McIver, still on his feet across the 30, knocked out of bounds at inside the 25-yard line. So nice run by Landon McIver. That's a first down, and with 16 seconds on the clock. The football is at the Hardin Northern 25. Let's take a look at that
a little
play.
Double handoff, and again, this time Cavaliers, they utilize it and they make it work. They get 29-yard rush there.
Gilardi looking for the end zone. Going to just overthrow his intended receiver. Bertini, the intended receiver. That play took up 5 seconds, so they'll have another shot at it, a couple of shots at it.
2 timeouts.
It's not the handle on the tripod arm.
See what the Cavaliers will have. 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right side. Barhorst will stay home with Gilardi in the backfield. He goes to the short side, going for the end zone, and just out of the reach.
Had a receiver there, and like you said, it was a nicely thrown ball again. You know, half a step maybe, or half a yard overthrown, but only his receiver was going to catch it.
And it looks like Denning is going to come in to try the field goal with 7 seconds left. Gilardi is going to hold it. He'll place it at the
timeout left. I wonder why they wouldn't try to, if third down, why you wouldn't try to maybe rush it just for a couple more yards. You've got 7 seconds, and then you call a timeout. This is a 40-yard field goal attempt.
Of course, we got Gilardi holding the football yet. He's going to touch it one more time. Let's see what they do. If they really do kick it.
40-yard attempt if it goes through. Wow.
Bounce on a short snap.
He got it.
Put it up there, and
holy smokes, good kick.
Wow. Denning kicks it through the uprights as time runs out here in the first half of play, and our score, Lehman 31, Hardin Northern nothing. We'll be back after this.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Being here at Ferguson, you always can rely on not being on the same job. You're always going to be changing. It's going to be a change of scenery. Every job's going to be different, and you're always going to have something new to look forward to every time you're on a new job, because none of them's done the same.
What I like about Ferguson, I like being outside. I like working with my hands. I like the people I work with. It's always different. You're doing something different every day. There's usually not the same thing twice. Every building's different, so you get to learn every aspect of every building and how things change, how things go together differently, and how it goes from the ground up.
Started off pushing broom, picking up trash here at Ferguson, worked my way up into concrete, setting forms, setting walls and frost walls and stuff, and moved my way on up into sheet metal trade, doing roofing and siding. Then after doing roofing and siding, running crews and stuff, I moved into a crew leader position.
Well, I started just over 2 years ago on our Benzar project, one of the biggest ones we've done. I got thrown onto a roof immediately, not afraid of heights, it's just where I ended up. I was on there for about 6 months straight on the roofs. I became a sheet metalist shortly after it, about a year. And then here recently, within the last year, I've been doing a little bit more ironwork, concrete, learning a little bit of everything. I went to college for 2 years to be a game warden. School loans are coming out. I never finished, so something had to pay the bills, and here I am at Ferguson 2 years later, and I love it.
I'm here to watch over the guys, make sure that the job's done correctly in a timely manner and that they make money on the job, and make sure everything's done efficiently and correctly and safely.
Here at Ferguson, the pay is good if you're willing to work hard and earn for it. I've never had under a 40-hour week in the 2 years that I've worked here. The overtime's nice. Some jobs are mandatory overtime. Sometimes it's 50 hours a week. Sometimes it's not, but I've never had a week that's been under 40 hours.
Here at Ferguson, we have the 401k, profit sharing, and health benefits.
It's always nice to look back and say, yeah, I did that, and yes, it looks good. And then somebody's going to look at it and say, I like it.
Lehman Catholic enjoying a 31-0 halftime lead and a 42-yard field goal by Michael Denning to end that half, to put the Cavaliers up by that score. And some pretty good numbers for Lehman here as we take a look at the first half statistics.
Lehman's offense dominates the scoreboard, 31-0. Rushing yards on the ground, 158 compared to 66. Passing yards also in favor of Lehman, 135 to 309 for the total, nearly 3-1, right? 300 to 100.
Yep.
Passing efficiencies, each team under 50%. The lone turnover came when Hardin Northern tried to do a little reverse action, or what do you call it, halfback pass. It was underthrown and intercepted by Lehman Catholic. So pretty much total domination in the first half by Lehman Catholic, offensively and defensively. And they get a big field goal at the end of half, a 42-yard field goal by Michael Denning. His fourth field goal in 5 attempts this season, and season long for him right now, a 42-yarder, and that's how the half ended. It gives them the 31-0 lead, which puts it over the 30-point mark.
Yeah, and it was on that field goal, that was a great hold by Gilardi, too, because it was a one-bouncer.
Kind of a short hop, but nice. It was fielded nicely by Gilardi. He's able to get it down, get the spun, and a strong leg by Denning, and again 4 for 5 on the season now for him, and that's where we're at right now, 31-0.
And he's going to kick it off, and he's been very effective in several times tonight. He's put the ball in the end zone, or there's been no return, which once again gives the field position to Lehman, whose defense really has played very well here in the first half, very aggressive, putting the pressure on Hardin Northern's young sophomore quarterback, Warren Weatherall. And that's been the major factor in this game. So Denning will kick it off. Another high, booming kick, and they're just going to watch it as it's going to go into the end zone. Hits at the 2-yard line and bounces in. And nice kick again by Denning. And Hardin Northern will be looking from deep in their own territory as the football will start at the 20-yard line. Cavaliers with 3 straight wins and well on their way to their 4th straight victory, and all the good things that come with that. In conference play, they still haven't lost. And Hardin Northern, as we talked about earlier, they're rebuilding their program as they stand 2-3 overall. Wilmuth will go to the outside. He'll be knocked out of bounds. Gain of, or rather that was Nick Adams.
Tackled by a host of Cavaliers.
See how many yards they'll give him. Looks like maybe 3-yard pickup. Let's call it 4. 2nd down and 6. Out of the game comes Evan Fote, 6'3", 180-pound defensive lineman. Peace will make the catch, and he's brought down right away.
Pass to Dalen Pease.
As number 89 in on the stop. That's Noah Young with the tackle for the Cavaliers. Let me correct myself. It was number 53, Mitchell Salmon, who came out of the game that time on the play before.
Already a third down opportunity here as the pass that they got completed there. Short gain, short yards. Difficult situation here for the Polar Bear offense as, again, the Lehman defense has been pretty good. And they string this one out, Dave, nicely. And
Adams tries to turn the corner, but he just can't as the Cavaliers do the job. Salmon will come back into the game, 6 foot, 170-pound senior outside linebacker. And with 4th down and 3, you would think that Hardin Northern would be punting the football.
Earlier in the game, first possession, they went for it inside their own territory. It was a little bit closer towards midfield, but they did convert it. But this time too deep into their own territory to risk it. It'll be their second punt of the game.
Oh, they are going to fake it. Living dangerously, and they got it.
And then some.
Oh, and there goes the football on the hit, but it's going to go out of bounds. And Nick Adams picks up the first down and more. Big gamble by Hardin Northern, and it pays off for him.
That was a strong hit again, not really a tackle at the end as Lehman came in and really just tried to destroy the ball carrier. It does force the fumble. Everyone bounces back up, goes out of bounds after a good run by Hardin Northern. He said a gamble deep in their own territory. They go from the 27 to the 49, so a big 22-yard rushing play there. As new set of downs, but a violent hit forces the fumble, goes out of bounds, stays with the Polar Bears.
Football at the Hardin Northern 49. Wetherill looks down the middle. Pass for Peace is going to be incomplete. Timing a little bit off on that pass play as pass was thrown before Peace was looking. So that makes it 2nd down and 10 as the clock rolls on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard as we approach 8 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. And Hardin Northern, of course, looking for that score to stop that clock. Cavaliers show blitz. Wetherall's going to keep it. He's going to go across midfield and try to dive forward for perhaps a yard.
Wetherill on the carry, tackled by Logan Bunker.
Bunker with the tackle.
Well, Bunker, he's called his name a few times tonight. He opened up or had a rushing touchdown to make the score 14-0, but he's also done a nice job. He's been back in the receiving end of some punts opportunities that he's fielded and returned nicely for the Cavaliers.
Wetherill will go to his right side. Here comes the pressure, and it's going to be incomplete. Intended for number 36, McCoy.
Penalty back in the backfield. Appears to probably be roughing the passer.
Wetherill goes down, and he's
blow to the head.
Obviously in some pain.
Signal by the referee was contact to the helmet area, so that will draw instantly a penalty. Should be a first down then.
Third down and 8 pending the penalty.
Take another look, see once if we see it. That was not a penalty. That was clean air. It was back on a quarterback. There's the mark off.
It's going to be a major penalty.
From the 49 probably down to the 34.
Huge penalty, and that's going to give Hardin Northern a first down, and this will be their biggest threat of the evening. Penalty goes against Lehman.
Well, new life for the Polar Bears, a break for them. The penalty, as you mentioned,
And with the football is Adams as they get a new quarterback in the lineup.
Say a new quarterback replacing Wetherall. We'll see once if he comes back in. I don't see him.
Nevin Robeson, a freshman, is in the quarterback spot for Hardin Northern.
Well, that's a loss of 4 yards. Good job by the Lehman Catholic defense. After the penalty they commit, they answer right back with a big negative performance, negative play performance.
Robeson will drop straight back. He's throwing it for
nice
a
catch.
piece, and he makes a great catch, and there's flags all over the place. That's going to be a pass interference against Lehman. But Dalen Peace with just a great catch there.
Almost one-handed, and boy, a nice throw from the, was it the backup quarterback?
Yeah, young freshman quarterback. Take a look at Robeson, number 5. Puts it right up there. He got hit too.
And a one-handed grab by Pease down to the 15. So from the 38 to the 15, a 23-yard passing catch.
Robeson's going to stay in the lineup, and Wetherill is going to come back in to see how they play this one. Hardin Northern may have found themselves some more offense here, or at least they're hoping so. Wetherill will go to the far left side, and Robeson will be the quarterback. He's going to look for Wetherill. That'd be my guess. Puts it up there. That's incomplete. Pass intended for Wetherill. Incomplete.
Yeah, it was nice defense back there. I believe it was number 33, if I'm right, from Lehman Catholic, Cianciola. Defensive back did a nice job, Dave, knocking the ball down, no pass interference, looked back, saw it. Pretty much both players going after it.
Yeah, and Wetherill had a little bit of size on Cianciola, so and that's the matchup they'll have again to that same side. So let's see what Hardin Northern does here with 3:30 to go. It's going to be a run to the left side. That's number 28, Cody Wilmuth. Wilmuth will pick up a
yard,
maybe a yard.
Yeah. Mentioned Robinson, the quarterback. He's had a little bit of action so far this season. He's played in 5, or he's attempted just 6 passes, completed 5, and also has an interception in there in his brief quarterbacking opportunities.
Not bad, 5 out of 6.
Really 6 out of 6. The other one was interception, so all of his passes were caught.
Somebody caught him. He'll get it to Wetherill, and Lehman. It's funny, they're all over it. I think wherever number 11 goes is where they're going to go. And tried to get it to him, but let's take a look again on the replay. Nice fake and a lot of pressure on him, but he gets it over to Wetherill.
Just nowhere to go after the catch.
Yep, number 53, Mitchell Salmon with the tackle for Lehman.
A turnover here now on 4th down by the Cavaliers defense, Dave. Will keep the clock running, if you will. If not, it will give the Polar Bears another chance, a new set of downs.
Here comes the blitz. Ball goes to the end zone.
Caught it.
Touchdown. I think that's Dalen Peace with the reception. Hardin Northern's on the scoreboard. And Robeson is down and another penalty. It's going to go against Lehman, I believe. Robeson went down hard.
For Pease, assuming the penalty is going to be against Lehman Catholic, that will be Pease' 6th touchdown catch on the season. As we have a timeout, looks like Robinson did get up. Is that correct? He's off the field.
Yes.
Take another look at it here again. Robson's had a couple nice passes this drive coming in.
Here comes the blitz.
Was a hard hit. Bang, bang. I can't say it was a dirty hit. He hit him he tackled him, went for the tackle, not what I call the blow-up hit that I don't like to see, but he wrapped him up with his shoulders, and it was close.
That's
I mean,
a tough call.
Yeah.
Well, we see it every Sunday, and it's a tough call all the way around. 31-6. Clock will now go back into the routine mode as Hardin Northern's going to need a center no matter what they line up to do here.
Pretty nice drive is 3 of 6 passing, and Robson pretty much most of that. He had a couple completions for 23 yards, and then
going to do the Wildcat. They're moving all over the place. Now they're back into it, and now they're going to kick it. Up. Peace gets it through the uprights, so Hardin Northern gets the extra point. Our score, Lehman 31, Hardin Northern 7. We'll be back right after this.
At CAPT, we use hometown opportunity to make sure that when we have a position open within the facility, it gets put on the website.
We've really been excited to see how that has grown so much over the last several years.
If anyone is looking for a job, it's the best place to go.
We really want to do whatever we can to get folks that are from this community back to this area.
I would recommend any manufacturing company that they take a look at it. It's a very good benefit for companies at no cost.
31-7 our score, and Hardin Northern will kick it off. And nice scoring drive by Hardin Northern. It came kind of in an unexpected manner. Young freshman quarterback.
Yeah, he did a nice job. Came in, had some nice passes, a 23-yarder, then a 1-yarder, and then a 13-yard for the touchdown. So did a nice job, and being kind of cold or no activity in the first half, and took a hit on the last one. Legal hit just about a step late, so he's penalized, and hopefully he's okay. As right before that, he replaced Weatherall, who went out with a hit. So we saw him come back into the ball game and play wide receiver. So nice drive, an extended drive. I've got him down for nearly about a 13, 14 play drive for the Polar Bears, and they started their drive back on the 20. So that was an 80-yard drive.
Hardin Northern's on the board, and Peace will kick it off the 40. Lehman's standing at about the 20 as the kick is short, as one would anticipate. And with the carries, number 6, Michael McFarland. McFarland will pick up a couple of yards, and Lehman, after the short kick, will have some pretty good field position. And we do have a penalty marker down on the field, right there near the 40-yard line. Face mask against Hardin Northern, so the Polar Bears will
improve their field position
against Hardin Northern.
So that's tacked on to where
it's gonna, suspense just kills me. 5 yard must not have been a good one.
The old unintentional.
Yeah. 5-yard penalty. So now the football is at the 43-yard line. Now the Cavaliers can move it forward. Drew Barhorse gets a couple of yards. Maybe we'll see where they mark it.
Didn't get much, and good job by the Hardin Northern defense. And if they get a stop here, I mean, they got a long way to go, but that was a nice offensive drive. Their last set kept the Lehman Cavalier offense on the sideline, and Polar Bear offense, again, 80 plays.
Gilardi straight back. And the pass is complete.
Elliot Gilardi to Bradley Haynes.
Haynes with the catch, and it's a first down. And just like that, Lehman moves into Hardin Northern territory, and I guess just gives Gilardi a little bit more field to maneuver in. First and 10, 1:16 to go, third quarter. Gilardi over the middle. Nice play, nice catch, and nice tackle. And Bertini, one of Gilardi's favorite receivers, has another first down.
Good for a first down.
Nice passing by Gilardi, right in rhythm. 10-yarder followed up with a nice 13-yard pass. So nice pickup here on the ground.
Fake the bar horse. He'll roll to his left side, right on the money. And it'll be right out of bounds as Noah Young with the catch. I tell you, if you don't put some pressure on Gilardi, he just has a field day with you.
He's been, sees a field. If he doesn't like what he sees, he can shift the field a little bit and get different angles and force you to chase. And that's a tough throw. Someone against his body and running to his left and having to make that, got his hips turned around. You saw nicely, made a nice accurate throw. So he's had connections now for 10, 13, and 20 here in three successive attempts.
Here's the run around the right side, and that's Landon McIver as he moved from his wide receiver position as he basically a counter comes back and the handoff made. And he'll pick up about 3 yards, call it second down and 7, football at the 10-yard line. Barhorst in the backfield with Gilardi. Gilardi looks to his left. There's a cross on the receiving routes there, and it's just a little bit too high, and it's incomplete.
Gilardi's pass falls incomplete.
His first incompletion here on this drive. Up to that point, he was 3 of 3 for 43 yards, and that was basically the chunk of this drive so far. A couple of runs of 1 and 3. Other than that, it's all been through the air. They took over on Lehman Catholic, their own 43-yard line.
3 receivers to the left side. That usually means he goes to the right side. There it is, and he overthrows him. They tried that a couple times earlier in the game in about this similar kind of field position. And on comes kicker Michael Denning, and he'll try another field goal.
Was successful on his first try to end the half, a 42-yard attempt. Made him 4 of 5 on the season. This one will be spotted where, Dave, on the 12, or I'm sorry, the 17?
17-yard line.
So 27-yard attempt.
See how the snap is this time. Good snap, down and up, and just like kicking an extra point. Denning kicks yet another field goal, and Lehman goes up 34-7 over Hardin Northern. Will return with more football here at Alexander Stadium in Piqua right after this.
Automotive Outfitters, your truck accessory headquarters.
34-7, Lehman with the big lead over Hardin Northern. And boy, we've seen a very effective use of a place kicker tonight as Denning kicks a couple of nice field goals, 27 and 42 yards. Kicks the ball deep
on kickoffs,
on the kickoffs, and pins Hardin Northern, really deep in their own territory, and or no run backs whatsoever tonight. Or I think there might have been one, but overall just a nice performance by a place kicker. And
he's been perfect on his PATs, point after touchdowns as well. I think on the season he's only missed 1 PAT. Came in 21 of 22, so he's added 4 for 4 on that. He was 3 of 4 from field goals, and he's gone 2 for 2. So now 5 of 6 field goal kicking and 25 of 26 on point after touchdowns for Michael Denning.
There's the kick, and it's going to find the end zone, this time all the way in the air. And, you know, really when you look at this, Lehman's defense has played a very solid game from start to finish here. They've been able to, outside the last drive that Hardin Northern had, they put some nice pressure on the Polar Bears. And, you know, Gilardi's got so many different receivers. He's got 3, 4, 5 different receivers, decent running back. And, you know, the Cavaliers have a nice blend of talent. Not a lot of players, you know, with 25 or so, but, you know, it's an interesting team.
Polar Bears had a nice drive to start their last attempt, which went 80 yards for a touchdown. They'll look to match that here again.
Weatherall will be back in at quarterback. He's number 11, and that's going to end our third quarter. Our score, Lehman Catholic 34, Hardin Northern 7. We'll be back with fourth quarter action right after this.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Final quarter of football is upon us, and it's 34-7. Lehman with the lead over Hardin Northern. And it's been a nice, solid, like I said before, Jeff, nice solid effort really for Lehman here tonight.
And the offense has been outstanding, and they've done, you know, offensively done a nice job. Their special teams, we talked about Michael Denning, that portion of the game has been solid. The defense has really been solid. Now they did give up, like I said, a scoring drive, a sustained drive by Hardin Northern their last time, about a 12-13 play drive, 80 yards, and see what's now if maybe Lehman can make a statement here. And now they give up a nice pass and catch there as Pease is coming up big here as of late.
Yeah, Pease is a very, very good receiver, good football player. Trying to figure out the connection between him and Dean Pease, who I believe is the defensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans, whose hometown is up in the Hardin Northern School District. So I got to believe that somehow those two are probably related. And he's a pretty good football player, Dalen Pease is. As Weatherall will get the call here. He'll turn it at the 40. He'll get across midfield, and a nice pickup as you got about 6 Lehman Cavaliers chasing him down.
Boy, nice run as Polar Bears really offensively now are kind of doing, quote, what they want to do. And I don't know if Lehman, you know, obviously did so well in the first half. It kind of looks like two different teams a little bit now. Hardin Northern really looks re-energized.
Yeah, the offense, they're putting together some plays and moving the football as it sits at the Lehman 42.
23-yard rush there to get it down to the Lehman Catholic 42-yard line.
Looks like Hipsher's in the backfield this time. They're going long, and it's pass intended, and it's going to be knocked away, and there's a flag on the play. Noah Young defending. Intended for Kobe Wilmuth. That usually means pass interference, and that will go against Lehman.
So DPI. And again, that's going to put the ball down closer. It's not at where it happens like you see on TV in the NFL. It's usually from the line of scrimmage, 10 or 15 yards, I believe. So not quite as, what do I say, severe as what you would see on Sundays, but nonetheless, it does move the ball down to what, the 27?
Ball is at the 27, so
15-yarder.
15-yard penalty. And Wetherall's going to hand it off, but that play is going nowhere as number 5, John Edwards, 5'10" freshman.
That was a big-time tackle. I mean, he came up, almost reminds me of the, a few years ago, Clowney when he played for whoever tackled that Michigan Wolverine guy. It made Davion Clowney, I believe, Clowney from the Texans. He smoked him and
made the play in the backfield before he almost got the ball. We've got a break in the action. We'll keep it right here and remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Wilson Health, Caring Without Limits, Precision Strip, NKT.TV, BowlerStore.com. Find the pocket without emptying yours. Carriage Works, specializing in collision repair, St. Henry. Cy Schwieterman, Fowler's TV. We service what we sell. Kogi Plumbing and Heating, a name you know, a name you trust. PSG Automotive Outfitters. Minster Bank, financial solutions for a lifetime. Schwieterman Pharmacy. Pharmacies located in Salina, Coldwater, Minster, New Bremen, St. Mary's, and Wapakoneta. New Knoxville Supply. Minster Dental Care. Francis Furniture. And our replay sponsor tonight, Winners Meats, quality meats for 90 years. And on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard, it's 34-7 Lehman over Hardin Northern. NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are also pleased to bring you replays of high school football on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503 tonight at 11 p.m., Tuesday, October the 2nd at 7 p.m. You can also watch the games on WOSN and on demand on the NKTelco Sports Facebook page and at nktelco.net. And the pass for the end zone, incomplete from Owen Wetherill. That'll make it 3rd down and long.
Yeah, 3rd down.
Third down and long. The scoreboard is
Edwards had
moved it up. Yep.
The tackle for about a 4-yard loss on the 1st down, and then the 2nd down pass you saw there fell incomplete.
3 receivers right side. Wetherall's going to go that way. He looks downfield. He's going to pull it up and find his receiver. It looks like it's might be number 14, Micaiah Allen.
It's going to be short of the 1st down, but boy, will bring about 4th and short.
Cooper is complete, tackled by R.J. Bertini.
So a yard to go for the 1st down. And the scoreboard's got 3rd down, but on the markers on the field have got 4th and 1. Comes the option. There's the pitch, and it's going nowhere. And that is Bunker. Logan Bunker, number 70. The big senior makes the stop.
He said we've called his name tonight and rushing the ball, returning punts, and defensively he's made some plays as well.
Still haven't got the the down situation quite right.
Is it 4th down? Ball's
yes, must be 4th down.
Ball's on 7?
Yeah, 4th down and now they take the sticks down. I'm
confused also.
And somebody, the yard marker had 4th down. So if you go by the sticks on the sideline, it's Lehman's ball 1st and 10. The scoreboard was different.
So was it? Yes, there we go.
Unless, of course, they forgot to flip the sticks.
Okay.
So now it's 1st and 10 Lehman. Thank you. And a penalty.
False start.
Flag on the play, false start on the Cavaliers.
Cavaliers have only had the ball once this 2nd half, and that resulted in a 27-yard field goal. And defense now gives the ball back to him. We're kind of a little rough stretch here, Dave. I think they got confused on the turnover on downs and Lehman Catholic ball. They'll reset now, 1st and 15.
1st and 15 for the Cavaliers. Gilardi in the pocket, wide open. Got it. Nice catch. It was a little bit short. Bradley Haynes makes the catch, and he did a great job, Haynes did, at pulling that one down. Gilardi had him open over the middle, and take a look at this one again.
He did a nice job looking to his left, came back to his right, and just underthrown maybe a bit.
Just a half step.
But nice job coming back to catch the ball.
Great looking replay as Haynes makes the catch. The Cavaliers are into Hardin Northern territory. Gilardi finds Haynes again. He'll go straight ahead, and nice power running by Haynes as he goes across the 40 to about the 37, 38 yard line. They'll mark it at the 37. That's another first down for Lehman. Gilardi over the middle, pass intended for Young, and it's incomplete.
Pass from Elliot Gilardi intended for Noah Young.
Gilardi in the first half, percentage-wise, not where he would like to have maybe finished. He was 6 of 13, just under 50%. So far here in the second half, I have him down as 5 for 8 for 88 yards, so over 50% and still getting quite a bit of yards per pass completion.
On the season, he's roughly, 62% or so coming into tonight's game. So that pass there also incomplete. Makes it 3rd down and 10, stops the clock with 10:18 to play. And if you're Lehman, you want to keep that clock rolling too. Cianciola will go to the left side. Bertini will be with him, and the threes are to the left. Short side is Haynes. Gilardi looks downfield. He's going to bail out. There's a flag. That'll be a hold against Lehman. Gilardi moving forward. He'll get to about the 22 or 23, but I think that's going to be a hold against Lehman. Gilardi was forced to scramble. And
he was. He did a nice job getting out of the sack. And that mark is going to be from where the hold's back, or where the hold happened. That's going to be a huge. I mean, that penalty marker is laying about on the 50. The ball was snapped on the 37, so there's 13 yards. And if they mark it off from the spot of the flag, that's going to be about a 28-yard change in.
And that's what they do.
10-yard penalty plus the 13 that. From where it happened, so a 23-yard change of line of scrimmage, however you want to word it. So unfortunate.
That's a big penalty for Lehman. Three receivers to the short side. Gilardi fakes the handoff, looks to Haynes, almost intercepted, but Haynes comes up with it. I'll tell you, Gilardi and Haynes are on the same page, but for a second, that Hardin Northern defender
had a beat on it.
He had a beat on it, is right.
It almost went 6 the other direction, and instead it turns out to be a positive play. Good way to change almost the inverse of where we started now.
That was a big pickup. It was 4th and 33, and it looks like they're about 4th and 4, so roughly a 29-yard pickup. Well, they're gonna kick it. Denning will have a real good choice as the ball is spotted at the 38-yard line. This is a 48-yard field goal. A little bit of a high snap, but there's the kick. Does it have the distance? Just a little bit short. Boy, oh boy, 48-yard field goal attempt by Michael Denning. That would have been some connection there, as Hardin Northern will take the football over with 9:25 to play in this one. Lehman 34, Hardin Northern 7. Polar Bears will have the football.
That would have been the longest high school field goal I've ever witnessed. But
48, that's
48-yarder, yeah.
I think 42 might be the longest. Just
Well,
now that I think about
yeah,
it.
me too. Now that you're right, the one he kicked it down to half. And
42 yards is pretty incredible for a high school football player.
so now, okay, Dave, remind me what happened here. The ball went to the 20.
Ball goes to the 20 after the missed field goal. It was in the end zone, so it's placed back out here. Yep. So it'll be first and 10.
So they gain yards by missing the field goal.
That's probably one of the reasons why they. Well, outside the fact they got a great kicker.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's like you're gonna. And if they'd missed it, like what I'm used to watching, the ball would have been given to them near,
right.
the 38-yard line.
Correct. At a high school, go back to the 20.
Interesting.
But when you have a, it's not the, there's really not a lot of high schools that have a kicker quite as powerful, I guess you would say, or with the distance that Denning has. I mean, not many coaches would even think of that 48-yarder, but it's a safe play when you think about it. He puts it in the end zone. He's just a little bit short, not too far off target either. See what the Lehman defense can do with 8:38 to go in this one, and that's a good defensive play. And is that John Edwards? We call his.
He's had a couple
number
plays
again.
here recently. Had the big came through the line of scrimmage and pancaked the ball handler, and now shot through there again to force another negative play of -4.
He's only a freshman. Third down and 6. Wetherill goes to the right side. He's being chased. Bunkers after him, and he gets him, but the ball
came loose. He must have thrown it. I thought maybe he got knocked out. It fell.
Well, no one gave us an incomplete pass sign, I don't believe, but I thought for a moment it might be ruled a fumble. But
so tough break. He was running out of room. He was avoiding the sack, but pretty soon real estate was a problem because he had nowhere to go, and evidently he threw it as he was being tackled, and fortunately for the Polar Bears, it's just an incomplete pass.
4th down and 6.
He's that bunker back about on his own 45.
Yeah.
He's had a couple punt returns. I mentioned earlier in the first half, really changed the field position and kept it in favor of Lehman Catholic because he doesn't field those low line drives. It could have taken a gratuitous bounce for the Polar Bears. Instead, he was able to get it and then reverse the field of the ball, reverse direction, and get a nice return. They're going to fake it.
Wetherill's got it after Peace pitches it to him. He could get the
down.
first down. Oh, it's going to be close. I don't think he got it.
It's going to be a first down now. Late hit will give it to him.
Wow. Peace took a hit back here at the 14. He's slowly getting up.
The penalty, I think, is going to give it a first down. There was a lot of energy going out of bounds, and obviously
everybody knew that he had to get to that marker, and boy, they were all trying to stop him from that marker. And
I haven't seen the official call, but I've got to believe it's going to be, unless it was there a punch. I don't know if it was maybe an illegal block. I'm just guessing that it was probably a late hit.
Could go against. Well, we'll see. The ball would be at it looks like about a half a yard or a yard short of that first down. So the penalty is going to go against Hardin Northern, I guess.
Illegal block.
Oh.
No, wait.
Well, that's personal foul against. I'm confused now. I thought it was a personal foul against Lehman. And the Hardin Northern coaching staff questioning what the call is. They're going, got a player on the sideline that took a hit, but let's figure out what it is. Gilardi's going on the field on offense for Lehman as they try to sort through this. 7:51 to go in the game. Personal foul against Lehman. Okay. Personal foul against Lehman.
But nothing was.
Personal foul against Lehman.
So, somebody's got to march a penalty off here, even if they do keep the ball, but I don't think.
Well, they're marking a penalty off now. Was it after?
Yeah, that's the.
I don't know. We'll see once here. Who has the ball?
Foul occurred after the play.
After the
Lehman
play.
takes over on downs.
So Lehman takes
Okay,
over.
so it was a clean hit out of bounds.
It was a late.
And probably something was said after they tackled him out of bounds.
I think he was short of the first down
Yeah,
and got hit out of bounds, maybe. But anyway, Lehman does get the football. A little bit confusing there. And more discussions being taken place here. 7:51 to go. And we've got a timeout, Hardin Northern. We'll take a break as well. Our score, Lehman 34, Hardin Northern 7. We'll be back right after this.
Trust us. NKTelco, a small town company with a big focus on customer service. We build business the old-fashioned way.
Trust us to be your internet provider.
Trust us to help you find the right cable package for your viewing needs.
Trust us to answer your questions any time of the day.
Trust NKTelco to be on call. Deliver and make sure your service is tailored to meet your needs.
We serve commercial and residential customers to meet their communication needs. Trust us at NKTelco.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Lehman with the football. And some different players out on the field for the Cavaliers. And a loss of a yard or so there as the clock is at 7:40.
That was kind of an awkward ending to that last
Very
series.
confusing.
If there was, Hardin Northern needed a bunch, and they got to within maybe a yard, and then if the penalty happened after the play, maybe they considered, well, change of downs. It's Lehman Catholic football. Long story short, that's where they started off with it. And back-to-back negative plays here, though.
Bertini brought down, or incomplete. Bertini brought down. It's 3rd down and
12, right?
3rd down and
I'm still
12
kind
or
of
so.
confused. The last series when we were down here on the left, what all happened when, trying to understand the down and distance, but I think we're squared away here.
Gilardi, he'll scramble.
Penalty flag down.
Pass intended for Young. It's incomplete.
Another penalty down, 3 of them. Something is, I see 3, 1 during the play and 2 after.
Got a lot of personal fouls coming up here. I don't know if that's the first one, but let's see if we can sort through this.
If this would be a 30-point game, would the clock be running now?
That's a good question, wouldn't it?
Because we had wasted the whole second half.
It'd been over.
Yeah.
6:40 to play in this one. And all right.
One happened during the play, and then I saw 2 other ones well after the play was over.
Hardin Northern coaching staff bringing their team over to the sidelines.
Here we go.
Holding against Lehman.
Dead ball. Lehman, foul. Dead ball, personal foul. So is it offset? So is it a hold? Will the holding penalty count that happened during the play?
I think we do it just the way we do the play over.
No.
A dead ball personal foul against the Cavaliers. A dead ball personal foul against Hardin North. Penalties all set.
But does the holding penalty that happened during live action get penalized? I think it does. And they're marking it off, I think.
That would make sense.
So
goes back to the 42-yard line
of Lehman Catholic
for the holding penalty.
Yes.
Which makes it 4th down and very long.
24.
4th and 24. Play getting just a little bit sloppy here in the midway point of the 4th quarter.
3rd down. So they just flipped it over. So it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down.
Replay that one.
3 receivers to the left side for the blue and gold of Lehman. Haynes to the short side. He looks back to the other side. Penalty marker.
Roughing the passer.
2 penalty markers. And they almost got back to the original line of scrimmage.
John Ciancioli is complete. Tackled by Zach.
So would that be?
Brown.
There's 2 penalty markers, so there could be 2 penalties here too. How would you like to be an official on a Friday night in Ohio?
Tonight?
Football.
Yeah, I don't know.
They have shortage of officials, you know.
Holding on Lehman Catholic.
Holding versus Cavaliers.
Roughing the passer.
We have a roughing the passer. Plays offset, repeat 3rd down.
Okay, well, we'll just do this over.
Yeah, how about that? It's a couple of times. We need a special call for our officials analysis or something.
Yeah, we
like
need
they do.
Yeah, retired officials, long time. I would like to call those guys sometime. I just can't find their number. I have a lot of questions.
Yeah, yeah, Tom. We can use Tom Sharp. We can dial Tom Sharp up.
He's probably working a game right now.
In Sonora or someplace like that, right?
Hard telling.
3rd down and 24. Gilardi will keep it. I like this solution. He's going to go all the way. And
58 yards.
Gilardi, a 58-yard run. He will speed this game up. Elliot Gilardi, 6-foot senior quarterback, just beautiful run, and suddenly he cleans the game up in a hurry, doesn't he, Jeff?
Well, he got through there in like pretty quick, and no one could even touch him. I mean, you call that a glance there. Other than that, he went in untouched, and pretty much exclamation point there. Puts it, I mean, just kind of an awkward series of plays there. And
Denning's kick is good. And our score, Lehman 41, Hardin Northern 7. We'll be back right after this.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Back here at Lehman, Michael Denning, a household name these days, will kick it off for the Cavaliers, and Hardin Northern will receive it. Denning's been a very busy man tonight.
He has, you know, the 5-point after touchdowns now, 3 field goal attempts, good on 2 of them from 42 and 27, and it's been and like I said, even the kickoffs. I mean, that's important to drive the ball deep and not give the opponents a chance to, you know, return them. You know, if you can guarantee a kickoff, you know you got the ball spotted on the 20-yard line. So Nice job. It's nice to have that all phases of the game kind of covered, offense, defense, and special teams.
The clock this time with 41-7, it will run. So Hardin Northern needs to score in a hurry if they want to keep the game a-moving.
Or in their case, slow it down.
Or slow it down.
Another one into the end zone.
In the end zone, so we'll have it at the 20.
Kicks the ball in the end zone. Ball come out on the 20-yard line.
Well, the Hardin Northern offense, Dave, here in the second half, they had that real nice opening drive that resulted in a touchdown. I think 13 plays, 80 yards. And after that, not quite as good, but they were able to get some first downs on their next couple drives, but looked much better in the second half offensively, have the Polar Bears. So give them credit. You know, they haven't given up. It's easy when you're down a bunch to kind of just go through the motions, but we've seen some nice plays. Robinson has come in and done a nice job in his role or opportunity at quarterback, and Pease has made some nice catches. Timeout,
Lehman.
Cavaliers.
Lehman will take the timeout. We'll take a break too. 5:29 to play. Lehman 41, Hardin Northern 7. We'll be back right after this.
NKTelco Sports. More than 140 local high school and college games. Football, basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, and soccer. Support your local team with NKTelco Sports and promote your business to 250,000 households in Northwest Ohio. Call 1-888-NKTelco and get in the game.
Hardin Northern ready to go on the offensive here in the final 5:29 of this one. Alexander Stadium here in Piqua. Lehman Catholic and Hardin Northern in a Northwest Central Conference battle. Right now, the Cavaliers on their way to their fourth straight win and staying unbeaten in conference play. Hardin Northern, Wilmuth will handle the football and will pick up about 2 yards.
Wilmuth on the run. Tackled by host Cavaliers.
Mentioned those 4 straight wins for the Cavaliers. They will next travel to Waynesfield, Goshen for their next NWCC game before hosting Upper Sauter Valley, then on the road to Perry, and then back home to host Riverside. So hard to believe this is week number 6, Dave. So we're on the downward slope, if you will, this season, and playoff possibilities for the Cavaliers.
Yep.
You know, they need to win out, and hope these teams that they're beating win some more games as well, and see what happens.
Yeah, the Cavaliers, I think, we're in the 9th spot, coming in tonight. You got to be in the top 8 just to
qualify for week 11.
For week 11. And so the Cavaliers have, made the playoffs? This we're shooting for the, I think it was the 6th straight season.
I think you're right.
Something like that. So
they're familiar, if you will, with week 11. It's the week 12.
That's been the problem.
That's been.
It's a lot of teams' problem.
Yeah, that's a lot of teams. 11 is a rarity. Out of each region, I think there's roughly 32 teams. So, 24 teams, and there's how many regions out there? Majority of the teams play 10 weeks of football. A handful, 8 in each region, get to play 11, and obviously it goes down. Unless you're Marion local, for example, you're used to a 10-game season. Those schools, basically playing 15 weeks for Marion local is like every year. And think of all the extra time and practice you get. So all those underclassmen getting that many more reps and routines, and
certainly builds your program. That's for sure. Yeah, no doubt about it. When you get all like you said, you talk about practice time and game time, especially if you're a great team like Marion local has been over the last few years in the Coldwaters. The kids just a lot of playing time for those young men.
Yeah, Minster as well has been
Minster, another great example, yes.
So it's it seems like Marion's more dominant as far as scoreboard. When you're scoreboard watching, they tend to blow teams out, which is good and bad. You're your young underclassmen some chances, because you obviously probably aren't playing your starters the full amount. But then again, when you're up by over 30, the clock runs. So sometimes those second halves go pretty quick. And I mean, I still think it's a right call to shorten the game.
Yeah.
But even you say your second and third stringers are still getting some time. Don't get me wrong, but not as much as they would. But I think it's best to kind of keep the game moving.
Well, when you have teams that have smaller rosters, especially, I mean, Lehman and Hardin Northern are great examples. I mean, Hardin Northern's trying to build their program up, and there's no doubt if you follow the team that they've made some improvements, but be devastating to be in a 4 or 5 touchdown difference and just be outmatched.
And having a whole second half to stumble through it.
Yep, and you got injuries. You want to have your 25 guys that you got on the team. You want to be able to use them for the entire game.
A couple good defense plays here by the Cavalier defense. They've netted 2 negative plays back to back. So,
well, I think Lehman's defense. I mean, we talked, like we said before, they played pretty good football here tonight, and that's got to be encouraging to Coach Dick Roll, and that's a good thing and a very positive thing for the Cavaliers. The sophomore Owen Witherall shouting instructions to his team. He's the quarterback for a Hardin Northern.
The first down run.
Nice run on that first down. That's Eli Cooper, number 45.
Eli Cooper on the run behind a fluke of polar bear.
Cooper is first time his number has been called tonight. He's a junior. Nice pickup by Cooper, and we're underneath 1 minute to play in this one.
Avoiding a probably turnover here. This is how, if he doesn't get that first down, it's turnover on downs, and instead Polar Bears chance here to try to still get on the scoreboard. On the ground it appears, but there are times, limited the clock running.
Cooper again with the football. John Westner, number 34, makes the stop for Lehman. Football will rest at midfield.
And this might just let it. They're going to snap it? No, they're not. They're content.
Going to line up and shake hands, as this one is going to be history. Our score, Lehman 41, Hardin Northern 7. We'll be back with the recap right after this.
Minster Dental Care continues to offer advanced dental technology in a state-of-the-art facility. Our professional team offers experience in general dentistry and orthodontics, including services such as CEREC and wireline orthodontics. Board-certified pediatric dentist Dr. Philip Slonkowski ensures our littlest patients have a positive, safe, and a comfortable experience. We are unconditionally committed to excellence in everything we do.
The big game is right around the corner. Are you ready for it? Come into Francis Furniture and find the right fit for you and your friends in our Lazy Boy Comfort Studio. With Lazy Boy Premier sofa and sectionals, you can custom order a look that's just your style. Choose from hundreds of decorator fabrics or choose genuine leather for its luxurious feel and durability. Come into Francis Furniture today, the area's only Lazy Boy Comfort Studio.
Lehman picks up their 4th win in 6 outings with a convincing 41-7 win over Hardin Northern here at Alexander Stadium in Piqua. Good solid effort by Lehman, and they roll over Hardin Northern. Jeff?
Yeah, they did. That 4th win you mentioned, now 4-2 overall, 3-0 in conference play. Got off early with a great start. They dominate the scoreboard and the stats. 41-7 your score. They do so on the ground, 219 yards. Compared to 143, the 251 through the air compared to 112. Right there, total yardage 470 to 255. Much better job throwing the ball in the second half completion-wise. Gilardi ends up over 50%, 13 of 23. Nice stat down here, bottom right-hand corner. No turnovers tonight committed by the Cavaliers, just one by the Polar Bears. But Stat-wise, pretty dominating performance by the Cavaliers. They got off to a great start against the Polar Bears. They scored in their first 3 possessions, did the Cavaliers. In the first quarter, a 10-yard Gilardi TD run made it 7-0. Following that next possession, Logan Bunker had a 16-yard touchdown run, made it 14-0. Following that, R.J. Bertini, a 35-yard touchdown catch, made it 21-0. And the scoring remained the same until Michael Denning kicked a 42-yard field goal just at half. Right before that, Drew Barhorse scored on a 1-yard run to make it 28-0. And then Michael Denning, a 42-yarder at half to make it 31-0. Hardin Northern scored on their first possession of the second half. Navarre Robeson 13-yard touchdown pass to Dalen Pease made it 31-7. And then the next score by Lehman Catholic came on the leg of Michael Denning, a 27-yard field goal, made it 34-7. And then Lehman Catholic, on their last touch of the ball, had a 58-yard touchdown run by Gilardi to finish the scoring out at 41-7.
And our player of the game, sponsored by NKTelco, somebody a little bit different tonight. He was very effective in a lot of different ways for the Lehman Cavaliers.
And when you mentioned the word different, not that Michael is different, it's the position that's different than normally what we pick, but the field goal kicker, the place kicker, the kickoff person, if you will, all 3 of them. Michael Denning, he converted tonight on 5 PATs. Here's his first one, a 42-yard field goal at the half, his long of the season. You saw there, nice job by Gilardi taking care of the low snap, got it set, the laces spun, a 42-yarder, and then he also followed up later in the game with another field goal, a 27-yarder, much closer one, and then they even gave him a chance in the second half to attempt a 48-yard field goal. It was on the mark, but fell just short of the crossbar for his lone miss. But we also mentioned, Dave, the benefit he gave the Cavaliers with his kickoffs, putting the ball in the end zone, probably all times but maybe once. And nice job by Michael Denning. Good leg for him tonight, and he continues to kick well for the Cavaliers.
And he's our player of the game, sponsored by NKTelco. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for tonight's game: Wilson Health, Caring Without Limits, Precision Strip, NKT.TV, BowlerStore.com, find the pocket without emptying yours, Carriage Works, specializing in collision repair in St. Henry, Cy Schwieterman, Fowler's TV, we service what we sell, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, a name you know, a name you trust, PSG Automotive Outfitters, Minster Bank, financial solutions for a lifetime, Schwieterman Pharmacy, pharmacies located in Salina, Coldwater, Minster, New Bremen, St. Mary's, and Wapakoneta, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental Care, and Francis Furniture, bringing you tonight's game between Lehman and Hardin Northern. Also like to thank our replay sponsor, Winners Meats, quality meats for 90 years. Also like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school football on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503 tonight at 11 p.m. and Tuesday, October the 2nd at 7 p.m. You can also watch the games on WOSN and on demand on the NKTelco Sports Facebook page and at nktelco.net. Our team here tonight, our director, Isaac Sell, his assistant, Ian Bullheimer. Cameras tonight, Kurt Kuffner, Tyler Wolf, and Patrick Toller. I'm Dave Helmstetter, and alongside me, Jeff Henshin. Our final score, Sidney Lehman 41, Hardin Northern 7.